So obviously up here we have our whiteboard and our job schedule, and we write down any of the issues that happen. So we've got our whiteboard that we can put the information on. But then over here we've got a daily checklist. So this is for our pre-shift and our post-shift, so before and after work, and what's expected to make the day run smooth. And then over here we've got the daily vehicle requirements. So this is all the stuff that goes into the vehicles every day to ensure that nothing can go wrong. So we've always got, each vehicle has 2 brush cutters, 2 blowers, 2 mowers, and then we have a whole bunch of other gear that we use and equipment to make sure the day runs smooth. So we have 5 rolls of line. So if you take a look in here, you'll see we've got quite a lot of line made up in these rolls. And that's the perfect amount to feed into our brush cutters. So the boys take 5 in each car to make sure they get through every single day. That's the checklist there. And down here is where it happens. So down here is where they choose their mowers for the day, where they choose their brush cutters, blowers, whatever it may be. So at the moment, this is a few of the mowers I've got. I've got a few more in the workshop, but you can probably tell that predominantly most of them are Rovers. So we've got the bigger Rovers and the Hondas at the back, and then the smaller ones at the front. The guys tend to use the lighter mowers, and they like to have, I kind of Frankenstein the mowers a little bit, so I'll put bigger engines on smaller mowers so that they're lighter and more nimble to use, but they still have the power. I tend to use Rovers a lot because the parts are interchangeable, so if I ever have an issue with any of the parts, I can swap them over quite quickly. And they're also they've got added options like, a lot of them will have snorkels. Now, if you're a commercial lawnmower, you'll understand that a snorkel is very important, because otherwise grass and dirt and seeds will get into the air filter and clog up the carby, and you'll have all sorts of problems, where if you have a snorkel up the top, you don't have those problems. A lot of them will have full chutes, full-size chutes, where other mowers will have half-size chutes. So if you've got a full chute, that means you can have your flap open when you're mulching jobs and be able to basically do the job faster and cleaner. The other mowers we use is Hondas, and we use them for the same reasons, because they've got the full chutes and the snorkels usually with the bigger engines. Also, Rover and Honda blades are interchangeable, so that always helps us out a fair bit. The procedures I've put in place with with the stations of proficiencies are based a lot around the airflow that you have within the mowers. So with mowers, we'll do clockwise rotations around properties instead of anti-clockwise. And when we use brush cutters, we'll go anti-clockwise, just because it increases the airflow and you're able to get a much nicer finish.